Hey everybody, we are back in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park here in Cataloochee Valley. We're getting ready to go down into the valley. This is the entrance. Just the ride up here today so far on this dirt road has been beautiful as far as fall color. So we're looking for a lot more down in the valley. But we're going to ride down into Cataloochee Valley. We've been wanting to shoot a fall video here for months. And that's what we're going to do today. So stay tuned and ride along with us. We've just entered into Cataloochee Valley, just got through the dirt road section, and we're back on pavement now. We're going to take the first right after the road turns pavement again and go up to the overlook, beautiful overlook of Cataloochee Valley. And colors here are outstanding, so we're going to walk up there right now and show you what it looks like. Okay, you gotta walk up this little short paved path to the overlook. It's not far at all. Panning over here to the right, I believe that is Mount Sterling.
Exactly, it's unbalanced. You're unbalanced.
Still picture just to wait for everybody to meet some power.
Alright, well, how's Flat Stanley like Cataloochee so far?
He says it's beautiful. He's loving the colors.
Flat Stanley, his first time experiencing fall. And he picked a good place to come do that.
Yes, he did. He did.
Now here's the lower parking area of the overlook, and these trees are absolutely beautiful. Now Shaughnessy just pointed out something about this tree here. It's really neat. It's got yellow with like red tips or red swirls in the leaves. These trees are just absolutely gorgeous. What a place to come in the fall. Okay, leaving the first overlook, coming down into Cataloochee, and that was absolutely beautiful.
It's very pretty, very colorful.
So, I'm going to try to show you a little bit of the ride down into it, as well as once we get there, we'll get out. Alright, we're coming up on the campground now. That's to your left. Right at the bottom is where the road starts to level out. And we're going to stop at a few points here in Cataloochee and just admire the beautiful colors. I think I see the entrance for the campground now.
been showing her.
Oh, we'll try to adjust that just a little bit. There we go. See more trees and less car this way.
Even though it is a pretty blue car.
We're not here to see blue, we're here to see fall colors.
True.
There we go. So we're going to ride on into Cataloochee Valley. We're going to stop and see some things, and I don't know if I can persuade her to walk up that steep hill to the cemetery or not.
Okay.
There actually is a little cemetery, and it's a steep little climb. And I do believe we're going to have some elk sightings. Usually when you see cars stop, that's what it is, and I do see them now.
Oh, a bunch of them. Oh, even little baby ones.
Yeah, I'm going to take the camera off just a minute and come out the side window so you can see that better. Several of them out here in the field. Got a couple little calves. Not real small. Now, last night we were coming off Max Patch, and our headlights, it was already darkened. Our headlights shone out on a hillside, and there was a big, massive male elk. I mean, a rack of antlers like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, right across from their house, probably on their land. And I mean, he had a set of antlers on him now. Let's see how many we got. 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I see 15 elk.
Is that one underneath the building down there?
I see another one coming out. Yes, it is. There's one underneath the building. There's 16. And one come out from behind the tree. There's 17 elk. We'll say tonight everybody's actually being quiet. There's nobody trying to approach them. There's usually that one in every crowd, but it seems like everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, staying a good distance away. So that's good. Well, that was pretty exciting. So we're riding on into Cataloochee Valley, and it looks like maybe we're hitting an area where it's not as colorful now. I think some colors have come and gone. I saw people taking pictures about 5 or 6 days ago, and it was really nice, but it looks like some of the trees are shedding their leaves. So we're coming up on the Palmer Chapel Church up on our left, and I think the cemetery is maybe across the street from that.
I think it is.
Okay, we're looking at the Palmer Chapel. I think it was Methodist Church maybe. It just says Palmer Chapel on the sign. But if this looks familiar, if you happen to be Facebook friends with me, this is my cover photo right now, taken from 2 years ago. Looks like the trees there have shed their leaves for the most part. Still a little bit of color left on it. Walk over here and get the sign. This was built in 1903 and remodeled in 1929, so that would be 93 years ago. It's very typical on the inside of the churches that you find in Cades Cove. Just a very beautiful backdrop to the chapel there. Okay, we're going to walk up the hill to the Palmer Chapel Cemetery. We did that several years ago, and this climb, this is no joke, folks. This is a steep little climb here.
Careful on the driveway. Don't slip and fall.
And you walk up that hill, and you see the leaves falling from the trees. And it's not too far, but it's a steep little walk. Just to give you an idea of how steep this little walk is. And we still got a little ways to go. I see it at the top. But already out of breath a little.
It's straight up.
I gotta be honest with you, I don't know why they would put cemeteries on top of a hill like this. You'd think it would be kind of a challenge to get the person up here to bury them.
Well, not only that, look at those big headstones.
Yeah.
How do you get that up
I mean,
there?
imagine they use horses to, but still, you'd think that with all the place in this valley, they'd put cemeteries down lower. I kid you not, folks, that is a climb. Fortunately, it's not long, but it's all straight up. Now, one of the family names that was common in Cataloochee Valley was the last name Messer. We know some Messers back where we live. We live 2 hours east of here. And their descendants are from Cataloochee, so I'm sure that's some distant relative of theirs. Actually, we know 2 sisters who were Messers, and their dad's family or ancestors are from here. So and you can see this cemetery is just basically on the side of a hill. And here's another last name that was very prominent in Cataloochee, and that's the last name of Caldwell. Now, we live in Caldwell County. I don't know if there's any connection there to the family, the Caldwell family in Cataloochee or not. It is beautiful up here. Absolutely beautiful.
We had a visiting preacher this morning, and he was talking about, when people die, there's things people want, in life, that they think about the end of life. They want to know that they were loved. Well, I don't remember all his points, but one of the things that he said, though, so many people in their lives, some will make an impression and will be remembered in history, but he said so many people,
The world will forget about them.
Time just passes on, and it's like all these headstones up here, so many of them are just little markers.
Yeah.
It's like we
Some
don't know
of them
who they are. And it's just like, that's
Look
all
at
over the place.
Look at all of them. Yeah. And of course, he brought the point home that people who don't feel that they're loved, that there is a God who loves them and a Savior who loved them enough to die for them, and that there's hope. And that was really the thrust of his message, is that no matter how broken your life is or what you're going through now, maybe you've had a marriage to fall on hard times, or maybe there's an addiction or whatever it is. Maybe you've just lived a life that's not pleasing to God and sinned, but there's always hope through what Christ did on the cross, and he shed his blood that we might have forgiveness. And sometimes people have to reach the point where the only place they can look is up. Exactly. Sometimes people end up flat on their back so that they'll look up. And people try to fill that void in so many other areas, but it's only going to be filled through Christ. And that's kind of what the message he was talking about. But it was a really good message this morning. But it's kind of a sobering thought. Every time I'm in a cemetery, my mind works this way. I can't help but think that every one of these people are somewhere in eternity. Their bodies are here, obviously. Their bodies don't know anything. But, the Bible talks about at death, a Christian becomes absent from the body and is present with the Lord. And then we have an example in Luke 16 where a man who was not a godly man died, and the Bible says that he went to hell. And gives a very graphic description of the state of mind that he was in there. And that's really the only 2 options for anybody. And we can make our choice now. It's not predetermined for you before you're born like some teach. You can hear the gospel and you can refuse it, or you can receive it. And those are the 2 options that every one of us have. Okay, we're getting close now to the schoolhouse. Before we get to that, though, we cross the little bridge here. Actually, maybe that's where you park for the school. Go slow right here. This is beautiful. Crossing the river. And Beach Grove School right there. It's out there through the woods. Way up out there. One thing to keep in mind is that this is a very narrow road. It's not really big enough to meet anybody, which is what's happening in front of us. So something has to give and somebody has to pull to the side. And fortunately they have an area to do that. I guess that's another thing I don't quite understand is when they made these roads through here, why didn't they make them wide enough? I know they're talking about preserving nature, but if you're done making a road, make it 2 feet wider, you know.
Yeah,
I think that's going to really, I don't
safer.
think that's really going to hurt anything. But beautiful river.
A lot of leaves already laying in it.
Yep. The river would be up more. We haven't had a lot of rain lately at all.
No, we haven't.
How peaceful is that? One of the things we're seeing a lot of people do today and in other trips is just pull up a chair and back up to a spot and just sit and look at the field and have a picnic. Whatever they want to do and just relax. Great place to do that. Except today, I'll be honest with you, there's like 10,000 gnats everywhere. Getting eaten up by gnats. We're coming towards the end of Cataloochee Valley now. We're going to walk over and see the Caldwell house. And last time I was here, I had a little friend that lived in there. He was a bat. So we're going to see if he's still there. It's been 2 years ago, so who knows. Just beautiful scenery here in Cataloochee. As you can see, people just taking it in. There's the barn just across from the Caldwell place. Please keep this in mind if you get in the creek. Alright, there's the Caldwell place. I always thought that was an interesting choice of colors. I can't believe in 1903 they would paint that color.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even think there'd be paint that color back then. The aqua color anyway. That's actually pretty deep right there. That looks to be at least 3 feet deep. I see a trout. You see that trout down there?
No. Oh yeah, right below.
No, I was talking about one up there.
Oh, I see some. Yeah,
there
by
might
the
be
rocks.
one. There might be
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
below too. But I have no idea if that's catching that through the water or not. Where do you see one at below us? Oh yeah.
You see 'em?
Yeah, I do. Alright, this is the Caldwell place. No sign of a bat in any of these corners. Here's the back porch. Unlike a lot of the cabins in Cades Cove, this one has an upstairs you can actually go up in.
Stairs feel like they give just the hair.
Yeah, they do. Especially me on. This would probably, I would think this would be considered one of the upper end homes of that day, early 1900s. I mean, this is a multi-room house. This is a good sized room here. This is a much smaller room here. Makes you wonder the size of the family, or if all these are bedrooms, or...
Look at this spot where you could come in this room.
I just meant... Looks like we got a little closet here, maybe? Huh. I guess that's a closet. Where you at?
In this last room upstairs. They lined, and I read this somewhere or something, they would line their walls with newspaper and stuff to keep heat in,
Yeah,
to
well,
seal the cracks. And look at all the newspaper.
I've actually heard if you're having to sleep outside at night, like in the mountains in cold weather, if you put newspaper under your sleeping bag, I've heard that's supposed to help. Yeah.
But yeah, I was just looking. I can't wish I could kind of see some of these. If there was a date on any of them, I can't quite see. But that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Wait, is that your picture of one of them? So you think this is a little closet? There's one in here too. You think that's up?
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what else it could be. That's pretty interesting. I don't know if we have we come upstairs in here before.
I would have thought, but I don't remember this. Or maybe I didn't know why they did it then.
Just noticed this. I guess that's whose house this was. Hiram and Elizabeth Caldwell. I would say they were considered wealthy at that time.
Well, I was noticing too, if you look at like the woodwork here and having an
yeah.
arch, I mean, back in that days, I would say that would mean some
Yeah.
prestige.
Yeah.
Yeah, that took some money to do.
Yeah. There's nothing that says prestige like an arch.
It was not easy to do back then. We don't have an arch.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm not very prestigious, I don't guess. I'll see what I can do when we get home. Alright, here's the Beach Grove School, built in 1902. I'm sorry, 1903. It was a little hard to read at first. So we'll walk over here and look at that. Now here's the inside of the schoolhouse. There's a chair and back over there where I spent most of my school time, in the corner. Well, I will say this about the graffiti writers, at least some of them did use the chalkboard. So, step back in here and see what this other room was. Looks like just another classroom with a chalkboard.
Looks like he caught a branch there. I don't think he realized it yet.
This is disguise. He's found the one he wants, don't you?
Yeah.
He just bugled right as we cut the camera off a moment ago. To put it mildly, she was not interested, and that's what made him bugle. I don't think he knows he's got that rugged. Go over and take that branch off of his antlers. You're not going to? Alright folks, we hope you enjoyed the tour of Cataloochee Valley. The last part of this video is going to be bumpy because this is a terrible road, but I do want you to see some of the road out of Cataloochee. there's two ways in, one from Cosby, Tennessee, and it's worse. And then there's this one. This is the shortest way in and out from Maggie Valley, North Carolina, up Cove Creek Road off I-40 exit 20. Well, I want to show you right now, when you meet somebody, like this truck to the left of me, you can't see him.
You can't even see him.
But he had to stop in the curve there because the road is only wide enough in some places for one vehicle and the other has to pull to the side. I really don't understand that concept, to be honest with you. I don't know why they couldn't have made the road a couple of feet wider to allow two-way traffic, because you got two-way traffic anyway. So anyway, it is what it is, but we're riding up through here now. I wanted you to see some of the beauty of sorry the dirt road here. The colors are actually better up on this road than they were down in the valley, if that's possible. We noticed it coming in, so I said I wanted to record some of it going back out, so that's what we're doing now. So I want you to see some of the beauty that is the drive into Cataloochee in the fall. Alright, just a little more of the road here. The reason it's so dusty is because, again, it hasn't rained in forever here, and every time somebody comes down it just kicks the dust up, and we're kicking dust up behind us. But this is a treacherous road right here. We just met another vehicle. I don't know if you could see that or not. It seems like every time we meet somebody it's in a curve where you can't see around it.
Yeah, I know.
I do want y'all to see a little bit of this road if you do decide to come to Cataloochee. Is it worth the drive in here? Yes. Is it beautiful? Yes. You better be careful though. It's treacherous. It's you gotta go really slow, allow a lot of time for your visit. It takes from Maggie Valley right till we get on Cove Creek Road. It takes what, 30 to 45 minutes maybe to get to Cataloochee.
Yeah, probably at least that. It's 10 miles.
Yeah, we're going 12 miles an hour now, and that's about as fast as you can go on this road. Sometimes you go less than 10. We're meeting another vehicle here, so we're going to stop and let them go by. And it's just slow going. And again, like I said in the campground walkthrough, if you're going to camp here, don't forget nothing before you come. You don't want to have to run back out for something, because it's a long way back out. But again, it's there is a way in from Cosby, Tennessee. We done it one time. It's been, I guess, 3 years ago. I don't want to try to remember it. To tell you, I would tell you wrong, but there is a way in from Cosby, Tennessee, and it's longer. And the dirt road on that section's every bit as bad. And you're on a dirt road there for like 20 miles.
Yeah, I think that's the sign back there. Did it not say 26 miles?
Yeah, but some of that to Cosby, but some of that's paved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's probably 20 miles of dirt. So this is the easiest way in, and this is still not easy. But it is scenic. You come in the fall, I would definitely recommend it. Take you a day. What we like to do is hit Max Patch and Cataloochee the same day. We were actually, let me tell you the story of what happened to us yesterday. We were planning to do this yesterday, Saturday. Today is Sunday afternoon. We were coming to Cataloochee, and then we were going to finish the day at Max Patch for the sunset. And as we were coming up, we noticed traffic was stopped and lined up forever. We couldn't even see the front of it. And we were told that there had been a trailer, or a truck pulling a trailer that jackknifed in the road.
They had to bring a crane.
They had to bring a crane in to get it out. And that it was going to be a long time. So we basically did not go to Cataloochee yesterday. We went back home. And we're leaving Cataloochee now. We went back home, or we went on the Max Patch, and then we went back home. And then just decided we didn't want to miss it. We've been thinking for months we wanted to do a fall video here. And we just decided to come back, you know. So we came back after church today, made another trip to Maggie Valley. Wasn't planning on doing that. It's a lot of gas, but
it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Very pretty.
Yeah. Okay, but we noticed when we were coming in how beautiful it is on this side. So we wanted to record some of that on the way back out and show it to you. So Shaughnessy, tell us about what you thought about Cataloochee. What was your highlight, your least favorite?
Well, honestly, the only thing I'd say about the least favorite is this road condition. I do not like all the bumps and then, you know, can't see around the corners.
That's a drop off in front of you right there.
Yeah, so I don't care if, oh, look at those trees.
Yeah.
But as far as today, the colors have been amazing. It's been beautiful.
It really has. Plus, there were thousands of gnats. The gnats were irritating.
That wasn't good.
Everybody you saw was swatting gnats out of their face.
One went in your eye, one went in my
in my
eye.
eye, then she got one in her eye. All right, well, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part would be all the beautiful colors that we got to see today. I mean, that's what I've really been enjoying.
Yeah, the campground walkthrough was nice. In fact, I have decided we're going to come back up here and camp in the fall next year. We've done that once. Somebody doesn't like to camp in the fall because it gets a little cold at night, but
Somebody's a little cold natured.
yeah, but we'll get all the, we got good sleeping bags. We'll get some nice clothes and some good thermal socks.
Make sure to bring hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
Why is everybody just parked along the side?
I do not know.
Are they waiting on us?
I don't think they're waiting on us. We're not that special.
No, that front car's going.
Well, maybe they were.
Wow. I'd hate to be behind them the whole time.
Yeah. So anyway, just making our way back down into civilization now. But if you have not been to this portion of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, it is less crowded than Cades Cove. I say less crowded, that's comparatively speaking. There were still quite a few people there today.
And a lot of people come and they'll like back up to where the fields are, like where the elk might be at or where they usually come out. And then they'll eat right there. They'll take chairs.
Yeah,
or
they
something.
bring a picnic.
There's not like, you know, a picnic area like with grills or tables or anything like that, but you know, just set up what you want right there.
Yeah, and I think we're getting ready to end the dirt portion of this, and once it hits pavement, it's a lot smoother ride down. But absolutely beautiful. This is a portion of the national park you owe it to yourself to come to. I don't know what else to say about it besides thank y'all for watching, and like and subscribe if you like this video,
And find us on Facebook.
and we appreciate it.